All right, guys, welcome to day 15 of training to qualify for Tokyo 2025. On deck today, we have 4 times 1,000 meters with 3-minute set break. I am feeling slightly fatigued today, so at least for the first couple, we're going to err on that 3-minute pace. And we're trying to aim to do these anywhere between 2:50 to 3 minutes, depending on how I feel. Again, if we're slightly slower than 3 minutes, this is the kind of thing where it's not a huge deal. Days like this are more so effort and not pace. We just want to work hard while tired while keeping some output. So again, today we're going to get right into it, so let's get at it. Well, guys, there's 2 things. One, there's a dead armadillo just on the corner yonder, and every time it blows, it just reeks of rodent corpse. So that sucks. We're just gonna have to deal with that. That's okay. Most importantly, my legs feel so sore and stiff. Even running at like 72-second 400 meter pace like I was during my strides, like it didn't feel good at all. We're going to adjust the 1,000 meter pace and effort closer to 3:15 to 3:20. If slower, then that's the way it is. Guys, I'm stiff, but that's how we're going to run the workout today, and that's totally fine. Because we're going slower, we're gonna hit 2 minutes rest instead of 3. All right, guys, we're going to call the workout at 3. Guys, I am just so sore. I actually feel relatively okay, like energy system wise, and there's just a few spots on my legs where, like, especially accelerating, it just, it's on the cusp of hurting, and that's okay. We're just going to take it easy for the rest of the day, and then we have another easy day tomorrow. I'll recover pretty quick from this, guys. This is just like a normal kind of soreness, more on the severe end, but yeah, we're overall feeling good. Today we're gonna talk about training on the edge. Everybody intuitively knows to get better at running, you need to be training pretty much as hard as you can. We all get that when we're running repeat 1000s, repeat 400s, 600s. It hurts, and in running, we're willing to hurt way more than any other aspect of our lives. Like, imagine if going to work hurt as much as it did of like a last 600 of 10 by 600s. You just wouldn't do it, yet we do it for running. What ends up happening, because we're training so hard to maximize that adaptation, we typically don't do the things that we are supposed to do. All the little small things. It's very strange because everybody knows that you're supposed to show up at the track and work hard. And that's what everybody preaches. But the thing is, most people do. Once people are showing up at the track and you ask them to work hard during a workout, you say, hey, listen, we need to keep this rest on point. Most people will do it, especially if they're within another group of people who are naturally already doing that. What really gets competitive athletes, in my opinion, is everything else outside of that. You'll have a guy who's willing to push himself so hard that he's going to be puking at the end of the workout. Yet, he'll show up 30 minutes late to every practice. He'll be the one leading most of the reps. Yet, tonight he's gonna go out with his friends. He knows he's supposed to be in bed, but he's not going to. And he'll spend maybe 4 or 5 hours in bed and get up and go about his next day. These are all things that everybody also accepts aren't good for running. Yet, it's all these small things that we don't do well. And it's the small things done every day that separates the most elite athletes from everyone else. Because what ends up happening when we're always pushing ourselves to the edge in training, when we have more volume, when we have higher intensity, when we're doing different types of training, eventually we can push ourselves till when we break. And when we get injured, that's exactly usually what's happening. And it's never like your whole body suddenly fails and now you're injured. it's usually there's a breaking point. We're kind of like cars that way. Like when you're driving on the road and your tire goes flat, you don't need to replace the car, you need to replace the tire. Or when you start your car, all your spark plugs are shot and it doesn't even start. Again, you don't need to dispose of the car, you need new spark plugs. And it's focusing on the little things that will really help you avoid getting A, injured, and B, maximize the benefit of the training you're having. But most importantly, not getting injured. So next time that you're feeling a little bit sore in your calf, you're maybe thinking of staying up quite a bit later than usual, or maybe you're about to eat a whole pint of ice cream. I've seen that many times. I've done that many times. Try thinking again, and even if you still decide to go and do it, try to make less of a bad decision. You know you're going out late and you're gonna be partying, you're gonna be drinking or whatever you're gonna be doing. Have like a dead set time at 3 a.m. You should probably be in bed by 12 a.m., but 3 a.m. is a good compromise rather than staying up with your friends till sunrise and not going to bed till the next night anyways. Or when you're about to eat at McDonald's and you've already been eating poorly lately. Again, there's nothing wrong with indulging once in a while, but say you're about to make another bad diet decision, make a less poor one. You want a quarter pounder combo with a McFlurry after? When you're about to order, just order the combo, don't order the McFlurry. These less bad decisions will compound over time, combined with the more optimal decisions you've been making lately to make you a better athlete and, guys, not to get you injured. It's important that, say, when you have a sore muscle or when you have a sore tendon, that you look after these issues as much as you can. There's a good quote from a book, and I think it was about the 2000 rowing Olympic champions. I wish I could remember the book. I'll probably post the title here. There's a famous saying from it, and I think it's even the title of the book, is it doesn't make the boat go faster. And I think that's a perfect analogy for running too. Does it make you go faster? We can change it up a little bit. And before you do anything, ask yourself, will this make me faster? And if the answer is no, don't do it. If the answer is yes, do it. However, when you find yourself answering, no, this won't make me run faster, try to make the least bad decision. Because it's not just the training that gets you better, it's a mixture of everything. It's showing up to practice on time, it's doing a proper cool down, it's showing up for the type of training you don't want to do, such as weights or stretching. It's going to bed on time. It's when you're talking to your girlfriend or you're talking to your boyfriend and it's 12 a.m. and you have to go to sleep. It's finding the courage to say goodnight, hang up the phone, and go to bed on time. It's properly fueling, and it's treating yourself like a serious athlete. It's the easiest stuff in life in terms of running that will limit you at the end of the day, because we just don't do it. Because the hard part's done. When you're all tired, you don't want to stretch. You don't want to eat a certain amount of food. You just I'll wait till dinner because I'm too busy doing X, Y, or Z. If you do the small things right, and if you show up to training, you will be able to train on the edge and get better at running. So what small things haven't you done today, and what can you do to get better? I guarantee a lot of you aren't going to bed on time, so start snoozing, boys.